The way these sessions are, and I have come to notice is I'm reading what your higher self is. I'm connecting higher self to higher self, and I'm reading what your higher self is not only manifesting for you in your future path on your blueprint that you are also doing because you're connected, but is also what tethers or strings that they are tied to the higher self, if they're tied to any of that, and then the connection points in the common threads throughout what we call history or memories. And I say that because what history and memories are not necessarily what people think they are. We have all the nows right now playing out right now as we're sitting here. All these timelines are playing out. All time is playing out right now. The way the multiverse comes out and spreads across with people. So I'm thanking you because it gives me some insight into the spirit realm, which is something that I don't normally dive into as much. I, the way I see inside of it is I get their life kind of flashed out before me. So it's not something I readily dive into. And I think that's a great ability that you have, that you're able to bridge that for people, bridge the spirit realm. And I do see that. And I wanted to say that, did it, I was going to ask you because when I've talked with you before, I kept seeing, it's kind of like you're on a hill and you have a doorway and you have this doorway open to spirits coming in and out. They pop in and out to you. It's kind of like your own portal. And you're on the hill, like the point of it, like the center point of it. And when they pop in and out, and that's a lot of when I see your higher self. And then something, I, this might sound odd, but I'll ask because it's there. Something with bunnies. I don't know why.
Bunnies. So
Bunnies.
I love, yes, I love all animals, bunnies included.
Okay, it's just something like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's your aura, like this. You're calm, like when you see a bunny, like you see them in this, you see them in the grass.
Hmm.
And it may even be spring, like a spring thing, like associated with the spring with you or April. It feels like this, the bunny is like your energy. You could be fast, swift like a bunny, or there's times when you can sit in that grass and lounge. And you bring
Hmm.
all of those portals to you. You sit on that, it's like a grassy hill and there's flowers. And it's kind of where I've seen this girl, because I seen you when you asked me in a text, and then I see the girl come up beside you and I go, oh, she's right there. Like she comes right up to you. Um,
Hmm.
but I see other spirits as they come in and out to you. Again, it's like your tendrils that come off of you. They're connected to the spirit realm in that way. And it may be connected because this girl's connected to a tether of somebody you know. So I see that tether to that person here and then the tether to her. And she comes to you because you're able to perceive or receive her. And not many people can do that. They don't sense that. They don't sense it. So those why spirits do not gravitate towards other people. But you have this, it's just a huge open portal where the sun comes through where you're standing at, that they do come in and out of. Um, and diving into something that would be past, which isn't, like I said, this is different memory, different slices of this. You have these multiversal parts of you that very much are in that spirit realm side. And that's another reason why you act as a bridge for that energy coming in. It's like a magnet to you. It's like water, even there's strings that actually attach to you. And that, I think that's what you were talking about with shielding, the difficulty with shielding. Those energies come into you, and there's a way for you to close it so though none of the harmful will come to you, just the information. Um, but you are also empath, so where you go, your energy exudes out. It flows in like clouds to you, that energy, the emotions of people, even, and the emotions of spirits, if that makes sense. So,
Absolutely.
okay. Um, I'm still seeing another girl that's attached to you. She's an older girl, not like this one's 7, but maybe in her teens. Something with ribbons, but I'm not sure she's attached to you directly to you. I don't know if it's somebody as a relative that's attached to you, like like an uncle is something, but she's attached to you and she's maybe in her teens, could be like 12, 13, 14, I don't know. And she is unsure of herself, but she connects with you very well. And it doesn't seem like it because it's like the connection is there. She's like she puts her toe in and goes, "Hey, let me ask you about this so and so, this spiritual aspect," and yet kind of steps back and goes back into this rebel side of being a teenager. I'm not sure if that's somebody associated with you. I don't even know if that's somebody that is, because again, it feels even more something of like you, like stages progression in your life. It's something that mirrors you. I don't know if you've gone through that stage yourself where you've been this, I'm going to dip my toe in this, but it's not right that I'm saying this right now, so I'm going to go back into the model of a rebel teenager and go back to be, go play outside, go hang out with my friends at the mall, whatever. And then, hey, there's this spiritual side over here and it's tapping me.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I feel like if this is a person, because again, what I'm seeing is different slices. It's somebody that is helping you integrate that teenage version of you, and that's why you mirror that person. If it's not, it's your teenage self you coming to terms with, it's like she's right there too. Right there. Coming to terms with your spiritual side, and it's almost like you get to apologize to yourself for allowing certain things to happen. And it's if there's a person attached to you, she's also there in a physical way to remind you that it's okay right now. It's okay to forgive yourself for like letting being the people pleaser, to put yourself in a situation to be like, keep the peace, I don't want to, nope, I'm not confronting. And at the same time you want to put your foot down, go, no, this isn't right, that's that rebel teenager, no, this is the truth. That's the way it is. And it's almost like this, that's why this bridge is there right now. It's a connection tether for you. And I'm going back and forth because I see you in that area and then I'm seeing where you branch out, which is all direction. Okay, and then there's still this very large connection with plants with you. I'm not sure. I still feel it's like spring. Every time end up having that, it's like spring with you. I keep seeing spring. That's why I said the
I
bunnies.
was
Like,
I was born in the spring, maybe.
okay. I, I feel it's connected through a lot of different waves of past lives for you. You,
Hmm.
this shaman side, this like a spirit walker or spirit talker. It was important for you, and these past lives are playing out now. There's a male in this one. It's you're masculine that you were. I believe you were a masculine in this one, and this particular shaman side. There's a masculine presence, like you've perceived it that way. However, because it's still the same karmic tie. It's almost like the tribe didn't even, you're masculine, but then there's things that you would do that was feminine, and they didn't understand that. So a lot of times the shamans used to live in secluded huts or areas still within like a tent within the tribe. They were revered, but they were often misunderstood because you talked with spirit, you spirit talked, you spirit walked, and you would take people on their spirit quests, their visions. So you had that ability to like holistically with like what you call it, like herbal healing. You were able to mix them to actually put them in that state where they're relaxed, like meditation. And that is what connects you now to any of the practices that you're doing out with meditation. You're It's that connection to that frequency, the frequency of the plant, the frequency of the meditation stage, almost like the hypnosis stage. It's that calm wave that goes out of you. It's very calming that comes out of you, the energy that comes out. It is almost like a baby blue color or a light blue. A lot of times I see that flow out of you. Um, and then you also have that bright sunshine side. You want to help. You're there. You want to dive in. You want to be that comfort, that hug that people have. Um, and there's something to do with a mother or something with the relationship, because it was like that motherly love wasn't there for you in that life. It's the way they trickle together. They're connected together, the way that they come into you from different versions of you. And it's you don't let it affect you. You want the opposite way. You're like, I'm going to be this other nurturer that's better for my kids, that's better for me, that you want the opposite way of what wasn't given to you is what you're going to give, that what you give to others. What else am I seeing? There's a lot of animals that come by you. You have spirit animals that come by you?
Yes.
Okay, because I see a lot of them and I go, not necessarily alive, and I'm looking at them like, what is it? You have like a menagerie. They're happy though. Oh, it's like the now it makes sense. Can like connecting the rainbow bridge for them. They get to they get to see like their loved ones get to, but the energy still comes to you. They gravitate towards you like a magnet. They really do. Um, and some people, I guess a lot of the animals don't understand sometimes why people are upset with people, with their owners or with their companions when they cross over, because they're like, wait, I'm still here, or and you're
Hmm.
kind of the bridge in you are the bridge in between. I say kind of, you are a bridge in between that. I see that. Um, and it's just an open world for them. It's like, yeah, if all dogs go to heaven, that is what it's like, poof, there. And you see right into that.
Hmm.
And that,
I can definitely see animals.
yeah, your connection with the spirit realm is one of the biggest things that's went through a lot of the different lives you're in. And it's funny you said water, but you were at for water, because I do see you energize or re-energize on water quite often. It's actually a very good booster for you. And there's past lives which are happening now, like a sailor, like on a boat, but not for work or occupation. You're doing it more in an exploration sense. You're moving your family around. Um, ties to, I don't know what country that is. Thank you for showing me the picture. I don't know what country that is. Again, the information comes in, um, if that's even a thing. Like northern Finland, Sweden. I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
You have a space where you came over to resettle an area further west from those areas, Finland, Sweden. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that landmass. And that's the boat side. You went with your family. There was something like a food shortage, or you were looking for a new place to settle. You had in this one, I see as a male, still you're as a masculine. You came with family with two younger children. Um, and that version of yours, I think the wife or the female that you're attached, she did not make that trip. She had gotten sick with something, but you ended up coming and being a farmer on another piece of land because something cataclysmic happened there, like the got too dry, just didn't, I don't know what time period that is either. It got too dry, you had to relocate to another place that could grow vegetables and fruits, and the people that you relocated to, some of them were very combatant, but you didn't come as a combatant. You came as somebody just generally wanting to resettle their family and even almost integrate into that, which would be, I don't, Northern England. I don't know what again, I don't see, they're just showing me pictures of this. um Keep going back out. Okay, so we're going back out again. So that would tie your bloodline, the avatar's bloodline. That's the avatar's bloodline. Your soul signature. Your soul signature has made a lot of growth from the avatar's bloodline, and anything that is in your body right now that is causing you to feel pain. You're no longer required for that suffering. The work you're doing with spirit realm and connecting them together is actually healing a lot of the lineage trauma or anything like that. You actually heal people from the past, their spirit side, and it heals you at the same time. When you start healing the spirit side, it's like you kind of step back into that time, and it heals that whole line, which then affects you and actually helps the healing in you. And it's like your guides are telling, they're like, she doesn't have to suffer through this. There's no reason to suffer all through all this. You get a lot of so much energy that it's overwhelming, though. So it's bringing that in balance, and sometimes it goes through like a headache. I know you said teeth because I feel that it's kind of like it goes through that energy, and it's too like a surge, and it's some of it is because the area you're in, the people you're dealing with, project a lot of negativity, and they don't even realize they're doing it because they're just so stuck in the way that they are. They're not able to conceive or perceive something that's outside of themselves, and they project the negativity onto you. But you can shield that. You have a lot of guys that actually help you shield it, and that is actually some of the reason why you have the spirit animals to come. They actually help shield that too, or take it from you so that it's not hitting you. But it seems overwhelming because even their energy as they're coming towards you, your guides, you're still feeling it. You kind of, it's like being a battery on all the time, or an antenna on all the time, and you're just like, still go back to the bunny. I don't understand that. Still a bunny. You like to coast through things, and this is that. Am I? Yeah, it's like you're coasting. You flow. You do. There's something about coasting, like sitting in a car. I'm not sure if this is tied with another fractal you, maybe. Like sitting in an old car, like a 1950s car, and going down a highway, and just that whole free, like being free to coast, windshield time, and you're just, it's peaceful, it's freeing, and yet you're still in your 3D body thinking about. It's just like, no, it's almost like you're on vacation. I don't know how to describe that. I'm not even sure. And it's with there's a gentleman you're with too. So you're in there and you're with a gentleman, and that gentleman's driving, and you're just like, yep, I'm here, and I'm getting like, it's something very joyous, and yet it's at the cusp for you, a learning experience, that cusp of you're getting to experience this now, and it's a change in society at that time. Kind of like when you go back in the, like, what is it? Like, I want to say like Grease thing, like the whole Grease lightning thing. You're like you're in that mode where it's just starting to change. And some people are not like, hey, you're wearing black leather jacket. What the heck is that for? You know what I mean? Like, people don't approve of it. You're just like, no, I'm free. This is what I'm doing. I'm not sure who that's tied to. And I keep getting that old car, and I don't know who that, and you're just on the road. Seafoam green. Okay, awesome. I don't know why that popped in. And I see that wide open space. And the beach. Something with the beach. You like the beach. The beach is a good space.
I love the beach.
Yes. Your connection with animals there. Oh, okay. So your higher self, the connection when you make these from these past lives, these hops that you have, and these fractals. Again, they're playing out at the same time, and different multiverses, like slices next to you. So as you make connections, not just with the spirit realm, but with the animals, and create that bridge in your space, what you're actually creating is the balance that is required for bringing the spirituality of animals back. Instead of they're just you know how people say and that you're supposed to have dominion over them. It's not like that. You're bringing the balance back to people respecting that animals, that they have spirit, that trees have spirit, that the land itself has spirit. You're bringing it back, and it's funny because your higher self is like, yep, she's in this space and she's doing it, and not many people approve, and she's doing it anyway because she's supposed to, and it's just too bad. Like, it's like your higher self's kind of got this. Nope, she's doing it this way. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. Like, and I say supposed to, but it's what is required for that area to, and the area you're in and what you're manifesting and what you're bringing here, that home space, we're bringing it in, you're bringing it inside of you, and you're bringing the spirit realm, all of it, and overlaying it. It's overlapping for you. You're part of that overlap to put it on kind of like a blanket. And yet you do connect all the dots between people and between the animals this way. Um, I'm not sure who this is. I don't know. This may be tied with that car, that vehicle. I'm not sure if this is a father or grandfather that I'm seeing. It's just a masculine figure. Very stern. Just stern. Loves you, but stern. And sometimes just doesn't understand or wants it done his way. But he's not able, I don't know if he's alive. It's just not able to touch you. It's kind of like he's got a film here. It's like above, it's around him, a bubble. And he's just not able to, just like,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you feel that energy from this person or this individual or entity. I don't know. But he's not able to touch you. And you're actually helping this person heal by just being you here. If that makes sense. Again, I'm just,
Yeah.
whatever's coming in, popping in right now. And the work you're doing to heal that helps progress this, the energy wise is bringing this balance in. It is part of this birthing process, the birthing of the new world, birthing of new Gaia. It's this process that you're going through. It's helping to clear the karmic ties to these people. Excuse me. And yes, I know you don't want me to talk about it. Okay. Too bad. It's tying in a celestial sense, again, with other, there's a lot of entities that come to you that kind of try to pose as spirits to you, like afterlife spirits. They're not. Some of them are actually like alien figures, and they don't know how to, it's almost like they shapeshift because they don't want to scare you, freak you out. You know what I mean? So they come sometimes as spirits to you. They are aware of what you are doing, being this overlay, this bridge, this bringing this, holding this space to pull it in, and at the same time resonate it out. And it's almost like they pop in at a time that you're not expecting it to give you information. And sometimes you see them as like I said, like a ghost or a guide, but they're different. It's, you're healing the karma from the past, and it actually helps heal them as well. These entities that are in the future, what we call the future, it's actually a direct line through you to them. It's manifesting their line as well to be healed. So that is why you're almost you are a nexus point for this happening. That is why you get so much activity by you. And I feel like some of them try to come in and contact people close to you, your family. And sometimes they're not, either they're aware, but they're not as scared. And sometimes they're not aware at all.
Mm-hmm.
You are protected. So there's no, again, you have there's bubbles around certain people and energies that I don't know if you're aware of, that they're just not able to get to you. And they do get
Oh,
mad.
yeah.
And it's just like, well, too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I put those bubbles on all my people.
It's actually really refreshing that there's still connections with your actual family, even though it may not seem like it, because again, a lot of us are in areas where we're secluded or isolated. I still actually see a lot of family coming in, and it's like they're curious with you. They're like, what is Jenna gonna say about this? Like, they gotta ask you the question. What is she gonna say? What does she think about this? And at the same time, they don't quite understand at times what you're equating, but then they go back home, or they go back and they go, wait a second, this made sense now what she said. Don't, I'm getting a message of not don't put all your energy into people that think it's kind of like a parlor trick for them, not for you. It's almost like they can I have this answer. Can I have this answer? And they go back. Can I have this answer? And it's like your energy is getting sucked out. It's almost like, okay, I gave you the answer. You asked about so and so on the other side. And to keep coming back to ask for other answers, it's not like some trick. It's not something you can just, let me pull it open, pull and do a show. It's your energy. So to help conserve it, it's like your higher self is saying to help you conserve, just kind of, it's not just put up a boundary, but it's more of just be more constructive about it. Have a conversation, say, hey, this is what's going on, this is energy. And if you think it's a parlor trick, it's not. It's my energy, it's your space, it's what you're tapping into, it's the bridge you're creating. And this is going to help bring that energy back into you, because I feel like a lot of people pull on you. I don't know if that's like you said, I'm just feeling here.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people pull on you, and they don't have the right to. No, this is your now. You're here to bring your legacy forward, preserve your family, but also heal it. And you are making this now. And so that's why some of these even spirits that may seem not so great spirits coming to you, they have that bubble on them. Yes, they're not able to reach you, but the reason why they come is because it's like they're jealous. She made it this far and she's doing this. Wait, what? It's like that's her pot. That's your now. You're supposed. This is what you are here for. Um, and it doesn't, like I said, you're growing potential. So it's again the spring. It's just all this blossoming out of you right now, and it's continuing. And it's a lot of swirling like vines and like keep seeing that the vines, the hill, the flowers. It's just the sound. If you could, I don't know, for me, it's feeling it as a sound and a taste. When you sit out in the grass in the afternoon and you can actually taste the pollen and feel it and hear it, and that is what's coming off of you. It's like the feeling of growth. If you ever lay in tall grass under a tree and you can feel the heat around you, the plants and all that energy, that's what exudes off of you quite often. And this is where hey, I want to cut that. Let me pick that flower. No. That's your area. That is you. That's why it's like to have that boundary. And it kind of feels icky sometimes for people like us to have that. You want to help. But at the same time, to conserve your energy, that boundary should be in a space. It should be in your space. And it is there. Does somebody come to you when you sleep a lot in the early
Yes.
mornings and kind of hang over your bed?
Um, Sometimes I feel that, but most of the time I feel like I astral project, like I'm somewhere else.
Yes, I see that. There, because I keep seeing this. You're sleeping, and it's in between waking and sleeping, and it's just a figure over the top of you.
Hmm. I've seen them before.
Okay. Seeing something else now. It's a darker color coming through. It's a scar on something. It's on the heart space. It's not from, I don't think it's from this life, but it's from something else that happened, a darker scar. It's just a brush. It's kind of like an Indian brush, like if you just went like that. It has to do with the women's lineage side. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was something that happened on the feminine side. It just was bitterness over
Bitterness.
bitterness over being treated a certain way or not being heard. And it caused a lot of bitterness and then anger. You're not required to carry that for people. You're not required to carry it. You can actually lift it off. You can take it off of you. You can actually put a salve right over it. Like your energy just, but it does affect like heart, like anxiety, like heart. Um, because it's almost like that emotion comes to you and it's not yours.
Mhm.
But something resonates inside of you to be able to connect to it, and it's not a lot. It's kind of like popcorn. It's weird. It's like the way it hits, piece, 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 where the brush is. It's strange. But it is something on the feminine side. I don't know if it's a grandmother, great grandmother, aunt. I don't know. It's just something that comes through that is bitter. Um, but it's an echo. Again, it's an echo of something. It's not something that you should carry. It's not something that you don't have to hold on to that for anybody. All right, thanks for taking me out of that. It's going somewhere else. Where are we going now? right to the right to the star systems. Got it. Awesome. I'm not sure what nebula star system I am looking at, but it is something connected to you. Nebula star system, like a nursery. Children off like stars, little sparks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, there's relations with a lot of women in that space. I feel like you heal a lot of women that are battered in that, and even in that space, it's like cis stars. You have them there. They're all taking care of it, kind of like if you were in a, what do you call them? The neonatal care unit for
Mhm.
babies. It's and they're your ancestors. However, they are also where we're strung to, where we're going to as well. You have this family of women that surround you that are good, that are actually there, and that is why it's strung. Okay, for the heart, the bitterness. That's what they're saying. There's no requirement to have this brush, this burn on the heart space. It doesn't have to be there, and it's almost like they're telling me that it's like this color. I see its color. It's not purple. It's like purple but red. um, and it's related to this star system that you're connected to, this spark that you're connected to. It's like you go right there and it comes through. It's part of your higher self, where your higher self is connected to. I would say she, but again, I don't use he or she for higher selves, because when we reach a certain point, we just become almost androgynous. We're just pure energy. So that's all I'm seeing is that spread out from you. Um, and there's a line of yellow and gold in it. It's like a tendril. There's a few of them in there. You do actually tendril to people.
What does that mean?
You can put a tether onto them, and it helps them to connect themselves with their lineage line and continue forward. So you're able to do that. You're able to hand out these golden tether, like a rope, like a lifeline, and go here. Not many people are able to do that, and that is, again, it bridges you with spirit. And as I see it, you're not in as many. It's not to say you're not multiversal. It's almost like the way you're spread out in it, it's more like a cloud. It is very much like I see sometimes when I see a multiverse, it doesn't look so much like a cloud around a person. They look like points, like strings. For you, it's this cloud, and you just kind of just glide over it into the next space. Um, it's almost like a trance state for you that you go into. You're able to kind of peacefully flow into that and kind of just take the other hand of it. Oh, that was why I saw that. Okay. Fairy godmother. I don't know why that popped in. Just it's like you got a wand and you're like, here. And you hand it and it's like, here's the wand. Here, touch the wand and then go I'll connect you back down to this space. And it's very graceful the way you move. Your energy is expansive actually. Um, which is why you get a lot of people to that negative come at you, because your energy is expansive and you move that gracefully slow because it's huge. You're moving across entire universes and you're going here. Yeah. um I don't know why I'm fairy godmother. It's like you make wishes come true. It's funny. And there is still the connection with the color gold for you. I don't know if it's the actual gold, the actual mineral gold, something with gold. But it's not like people say money and they get, like it's not. It's something else. It's like your connection to that frequency of gold. Um, the density of it, something about the frequency that you're connected to. You've seeded that gold into a lot of spaces, a lot of different, it's like asteroids, keep saying one after the other, and your little pieces of Jenna are on them, and they're just going. She's seeding stuff, and she's going, here's my glitter. Yeah. Okay, so that ties with, do you see sparks sometimes in your vision?
Mhm.
Okay, so that is tied with their spirit, and yet they're not. They're celestial. It is so strange. They're like stars or dust motes that move, and they're stars, and we see them as small, but they're not. They're actually freaking huge, and your energy's huge, and they see you as way bigger because they're just this. They look tiny. It's like you
Mhm.
have them orbiting around you. So that's kind of cool. I haven't experienced that. That's awesome. Okay, and then let's see where they're tied to. So on this earth, this Gaia, your soul signature, it's responsible, again, that's where the plants come in, to help grow the plants. And it is actually very spiritual side, this spiritual realm. This Gaia's alive, and you are here to go, here's the spirit side of it. When Gaia was created, this earth was created, your soul signature goes back to that moment of creation where you were the seed for that, kind of like you blew onto it, and it actually breathes. The earth breathes, the plants breathe, the animals breathe, and it goes into another realm, obviously other slices of reality, dimensional spaces, and you actually breathe through them, and it comes through you. You're responsible in a way for making a life, like bringing that process in, that balance in again. And it's all these, I've seen these past lives as shamans. You have been many, 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 many times, whether that be caveman time, woman shaman, collecting herbs. You have been it's always about the balance. It's always about the respecting of the land around you, of the people, of the animals, of the spirit realm, your ancestors. It has always been in that way, and not in the like traditional, you have to do this and put it in a bowl and no, it's like you just honor that moment. And that's why some have come at you because they're angry in their timeline, their lineage, that they didn't understand that from you. They didn't understand what you were doing. So they had this fear layer on them that would bring them combat at you. And even in this lifetime, it brings that combatant, but you're above that at this point. You're able to heal that. It's like you put that band-aid on and you're like, nope. You definitely have a golden light too. Your aura goes again. I see that color. It's like the golden light. I'm just opening it more. So it's like this dark purple at times. I do see the blue, the baby blue on it. That's the air part that you breathe because you breathe into it. Spirit talks through you, your throat chakra. You breathe right into that people that you're talking to that give that message. So it comes out like this color, like a baby blue. It comes out like that. And that purple, that dark purple red color, the root chakra, but the purple color being an intuition, you're aligned that way. And then the golden thread is what goes through you, this golden light that actually ties them together, the realms together. That's what you're doing. You're just kind of this connection point here. And I don't know why I keep seeing things with stuffed animals. Pillow, stuffed animal. This is strange too. I don't know. It's not yours. It's like child stuffed animal. They come to you and here's my stuffed frog or stuffed, I don't, teddy bear. Okay. I don't know if that's a spirit thing. I I mean, I've witnessed that myself where I had spirits, children's spirit come to try to give me their teddy bear, but it's almost like that. It's like, here.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just what I'm pulling, what I'm seeing, the slices of it. Your voice is your strongest suit, but it's your voice that's mixed with your heart space on you, your throat chakra and heart space. It's That's what I keep getting, and the way that you're tying, and the direction you're going, the path you're on. It's this birthing part. It's this garden. It's the I say garden, but it's more of this breathing life back into things. I keep getting that. Um, Breathing life into people maybe have lost a child, like a baby, though. I don't know if I'm seeing that. It's like you're able to help bridge that soul, because it's like keep seeing it as that soul wants to come in, and I see you saying, okay, no, it wasn't the time yet. The people here are upset because they didn't have that baby, but the soul that was supposed to come into the baby. And for you, you just breathe that life and you're able to give that bridge to them. And it's very emotional at times too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I don't know if any of that made sense. I don't know if any of it's resonating with you at all.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm just listening and kind of taking everything in.
Well, you'll get the recording. I do know that for sure. Um, yeah, it's very, again, your energy's calming, but it's also bubbly. And it doesn't seem like that. It's almost like it's right there and it wants to.
Um, so the golden color, I do know that sometimes I see that, and when I go up, when I've done past regression, I go to one lifetime and then I go straight up. And when I go up, I see a water fountain and I see these little lights of energy, and they're bouncy and they're getting on me and they're playing with me and they're just so happy to see me. So I do think that I am a teacher up in that realm, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
the golden light makes sense. And I think I think my soul is very old
Yes.
for sure. I've lived many, many lives, probably more lives than older than Earth.
Yes. You've seeded other planets. That's that like golden asteroid, like the glitter, the breath.
Mm-hmm.
So this on this guy of here for now, for this one that we're on, you help to breathe. It was like breathing life in the plants grew. And then on other places like these asteroids, that's the similarity of what you've done, and you've actually lived on other spaces, other lives on the other spaces, which again go with the shaman, which is like I'm still seeing that shaman that's the male, but the female, and the people don't understand. I'm not even sure if that's an actual human life here. I feel like that is something somewhere else, because what I'm seeing,
Yeah.
that the headdress, the way the face is painted and shaped on these people, and the abodes that they're living in, they're not like teepees. They're made of stone and they're just pointy like this.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't understand what land that is. It looks dry and rocky, but it's not. It's not a dry and rocky space, if that makes sense. It's got plants on. It's not something I'm familiar with. So
Mm-hmm. With my past life, the kind of the theme has been I've given my gifts to other people. I've been called out and I've been anything you could think of. Like I was 7 in one life and they tied me to a tree and they're about to kill me. And I was like, I denounced my gift, and like a wizard came and got it, and that's the soul piece that came back with me. But that's been the theme, is that I have this gift, and people are like, we think you're a witch, basically. We're going to kill you.
Yes.
And I've seen myself in a past life as a man, a Middle Eastern man, walking in the desert. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that I see a bunch of people coming towards me like an army. And I'm trying to put my hands up and tell them that, I cause no harm, and they aren't listening.
No.
So, like you said, I've been a man in several lives.
Yes.
In the one you said that I was a man moving my family, I've seen that. I've unfortunately seen the outcome of that life, which is not pleasant, which none of them are, right? Wouldn't be here
No.
if um, so yeah, I've had dreams of being a man and basically watching my whole family die in front of me.
Yeah.
And I guess the thing that I would love to ask you is where I go at night because I go somewhere.
Where you go? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're building a celestial place astrally, and you actually bring it here. That is
Mm-hmm.
that, like I said, it's almost like fairy godmother. You're like, you're going there where the nursery is and the
Mm-hmm.
stars. You're collecting. It's almost like these souls, and you're making connections between them. Even spirit realm. Some are here alive, and they didn't connect with you yet, and a lot of them are passed over. And you're just going, and you come back here, and you're like, here it is. Here's the bridge. So, and you're building. You're part of what's breathing. Again, we're here manifesting in a 3D space. We do go to these other spaces and build there, kind of like we run the simulation in our dream first, and then we bring it here and press play. I keep seeing you, like I said, it's like this, it's almost like a community thing, like a community center with the plants, but more like with the spirit, like I said, the balance. It's like you breathe right into
Mm-hmm.
it, and people, it's the breath of fresh air that is you. It's you're bringing
Well,
that cleanness back, like clarity, like cleanness. It's like you blow all the cobwebs off. You're building
that's
that here.
nice.
So I do see you
Okay.
go there, and then some of them are you're going into battle in some of them. So if you wake up tired and sore, you're going into battle in them because it is we are in a spiritual warfare. Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
You're going on and doing battle in those spaces. And you wear your armor. That's a good thing because I'm not good at wearing armor sometimes. I just go, hey, oh wait, I should have. Yep, didn't wear that armor. Um, but yeah, you're going in those places to battle. So if you wake up tired or it feels like it's just so much to drag out of bed, it is because you were basically battling in that space. If you wake up feeling like your brain is still going at times, you are building in a space. So
Mhm.
some of it is battling back again these like you were saying with the witch, and I think that's what those other timelines were coming at you. They didn't understand you, so they called you a witch. Like I said, the shaman person.
Mhm.
They're trying to combat you in a spiritual way, and they can't touch you. It's almost like you go there and you're like, haha, no. Here's my sword. Nope. So
Mhm.
magic wand, dink. Like you just
Yes.
move out of the way. Like that's yes. So um I feel like it's calmed down a bit. It used to be something chaotic though for you to sleep and then come back and it'd be like, where are you?
Yes. So before I worked with the shaman, I would get woken up because you can feel when your soul comes back into your body. It's like a jolt of lightning.
Yes.
And I would have that like 5 times, like 4 or 5 times a night, and I wasn't sleeping. And then I had to call in like a sleeping guide, and because my body was just sitting here and it was susceptible to attacks, and I got attacked one time. And before I forget, I definitely what resonated was the plant. I'm trying my best to ground because I'm not grounded at all. I actually built a space in my backyard, go out there and just Mother Earth can hold me because I'm always up, always up.
Yes.
So, and then the thing where you say where I'm like in the car, just calm and like going with the flow of life, that's what I'm striving for right now. Like that's what I'm trying to manifest. So
You are.
that,
You are
yeah,
manifesting, yeah. Yep. You're doing
I
that.
definitely want. I wanted to be quiet while you were talking, but I wanted to be like, yes, that's right. You're right.
No, it's good to see it or hear it validated at the end, because it's like
Yeah.
I
And
don't.
then
Go ahead.
the stuffed animal. I don't know if this is what you were seeing.
Yes. I was like, what's with the stuffed animal?
Hey, so that stuffed animal is what I got when I was grieving. When I
Makes
was
sense.
grieving my ectopic pregnancy that I had in 2018. And I've really tried to be a voice for women who have lost a child. Not even just women, just families, because we don't have that space. So when you say that I'm there for people who have lost a child, yeah, um, that's very important for me to create that space where they have the funds to grieve their loss,
Yes.
or that they are able to, if they want to talk about it, they're able to have that space to talk about it. Because when I lost my child, I did not have space. I went back to work like probably a couple of days later and was just expected to be okay, and I wasn't. And you said something else about it.
You created it's like you help heal the women. It's like they're around you. They're there because of that. You created that space for them, like a
Yes,
nursery in a way, like a neonatal nursery. You help them.
yes, and I think that's what it was. I've offered some readings for women who have lost. Probably just, I think it was just one reading that I've done for a woman who lost her child that came to me and was talking to me. I think she was a little freaked out, but that that if anyone needs it, because I can see them.
Yeah.
And you said something about changing the way you look at it because it's different, right? You're not, that soul comes through for a reason. And it's not kind of what we think of, well, we lost this baby. That baby was never meant to be here.
Right.
Um, they come through for a different reason.
Yeah.
And mine came through and it was the catalyst of my awakening. That's the soul contract that I made with the soul, is that she would come through. I saved him in a different life, and he came through to save me spiritually.
Yes.
Yeah. So all of that's right.
Thank you. I enjoyed this. I did.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yes.
I'm recording, so I'm gonna stop the recording so we can still chat. But I'm gonna stop the recording real quick.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Sure.
but thank you.